Hello, good evening, and welcome to another one of these silly nonsense live streams. I'm Alan, and there's Martin.
Hello.
Up there. How you doing?
Yeah, very well. Yourself?
Yeah, all right. You ready to get your ass whipped at various video games from the past?
No. Are you?
No, I'm not actually. So last time we were doing joystick wagglers, which was hypersports, that kind of stuff, and this time we're doing button mashing shoot 'em ups. I've chosen a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up called Light Force, which we're going to play in a little bit. For those of you who've not been here before, the idea behind this is we both have a go at games we selected on the platforms that we played on as kids. So I had a Spectrum, so you'll notice down in the bottom corner here somewhere, or
Other side, yeah,
there's a Spectrum. And for Martin, he was a Commodore kind of guy. Yeah, I know. It's fine. He's okay about it. He's over it. So that's why he's got the little Commodore in the corner. You can follow us here on Twitch or on YouTube, and we do this every so often for a bit of a laugh, but also because we're ever so slightly competitive. So welcome to those people who are in the Twitch chat. Should we crack on with the first game, Light Force?
Yes. And I think this is your choice, so I'm playing first, right?
You're playing first, and you're going to play on my platform of choice. So you get to play on the Sinclair Spectrum. So let's chuck a tape in,
all right,
tune the TV in, and off we go.
All right. Right, this is not me playing.
No, clearly. So this is demo mode of Light Force on the Sinclair Spectrum. So your goal is to get onto that high score table. That's what you're going to do.
So this is a vertical shmup then?
Yes, you can use keyboard if you want to, or you can use joystick. So you need to say J for joystick and then pick which kind of joystick.
Yep.
And then hit enter and it will launch the game.
Okay then. Please change your shirt. Yeah, I did nearly do that prior to the game starting. So, but I'm off. This is me apparently.
So,
right, have some bullets.
You are the glorious little ship at the bottom of the screen, and you're flying through space. This grand vistas of space here, where we're seeing planets in a myriad colours, and these planetoid things coming towards you seem to be made up of multiple colours as well.
Crikey, it hurls one right at you in your start position. That's a bit cheeky.
This is cheeky, yes. Now,
and those yellow ones you can't blow up.
The yellow ones you can't.
That's the mistake I've been trying to make there. Oh, crikey. Yes, the first thing that comes to mind is this is using goodness me.
I'll get to that. You keep playing. I'll keep talking.
Me. Okay.
So
can I just press that start? Yes.
It's a fixed pattern. They come in the same waves all the time. So it's one of those you've got to learn.
Ah, right. So
the green ones come first.
Do they always come? Do they all spawn in the same place every time you play it?
I think so.
Okay.
These might be slightly random, but the patterned ones where they come swooping in, the ones that got you at the end, they're definitely in a pattern. Now, if you blow up all of those yellow blobs and the red and black blobs on the space station,
you have literally no reaction time for that thing.
If you blow all of those up, you get a bonus.
Okay.
But you didn't. So you also get bonuses for shooting all of the meanies that are in those blue groups. Those very colourful, bright, vibrant spaceships that are coming at you. Ooh, that was close. So yeah, this is called Light Force. I have a feeling this was called something else in some other countries. And I think
yeah,
there was a. I think there was a.
I can't blow the white ones up either.
Yes, you can.
I can. Oh,
you can.
They just come at you sideways, and you can't hit them that way. I haven't got enough.
I think there was a Mickey tape version of this created for your Sinclair cover tape called Light Farce. I think, which was a kind of like joke shoot 'em up. But yeah. So it's done in levels, and the space bit is the first level. When you get that to the end of that level, you'll get a new level, which is like a desert landscape. Which joystick are you using this time?
This is, well, I'm stuck with the Competition Pro, and this is the wrong joystick for the job. I simply cannot, I don't know what I've done with my USB adapter for my QuickShot. I just simply cannot find it, but that would have been the correct tool for the job. Unfortunately, I'm using this.
Is the QuickShot the one that's got like a trigger and a thumb button and 2 buttons? And which button do you choose for shoot 'em ups?
Trigger.
Really? Do you not get like an achy trigger finger?
No, because the trigger on that is so light, which is why it's perfect for this. Because I'm having to clasp this joystick, and then I'm, mashing away with my thumb button, and it's, a strain on your hand and your wrist and everything.
Doing gripping hand action?
Yeah, well, I'm now trying on the desk. Oh, that's a yellow one.
Yeah, yellow ones can't kill. So, destroy this group as well.
Right, I'm not frustrated by this. I'm feeling like there's progress to be made.
It really looks like you're enjoying it.
I am enjoying it.
Notice at the top it reminds you, not a high score. I just take a moment to say hello to some of the people in chat.
Okay.
Hello, everyone in chat. McPhail, Fooberry, Cheese Bacon. Hello, Cheese.
Hello, Cheese.
Jill is there as well.
Hi, Jill.
Yes, and Toxoramus.
I managed to get it. I thought I was going to die then.
The white one? Or the
green one.
Away. Go on, get them all.
Oh, no!
It is somewhat relentless, this game. You can't zone out while you're playing. You have to, keep at it. Now, I think it started on the Spectrum. I think it may have been ported to other platforms. But this came out, just to give you perspective, this came out in 1986.
Right.
So, 3 years into
that's a yellow one.
Life.
Oh, that's another yellow one.
3 years into the Spectrum's life. I'd say people saw this as quite an advanced game because there's no colour clash in it.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it's obviously got the signature Spectrum colours there. There's plenty of yellow and green and magenta and cyan.
Absolutely beautiful.
Somebody has taken great care to make sure all of the images here align to 8 pixel boundaries. So it's, I have to say,
it's very clever.
I appreciate the effort that they've gone to there because it does make it more enjoyable. Being a little bit more visually appealing.
Those green and yellow meteors you're shooting now,
as
they pass over the gorgeous blue planet below, or moon below, you don't see any clash at all.
No.
It's so well done.
Yeah, I think this was well ahead of its time. I've seen some modern Spectrum games, as in, that have been written in the last decade, that use this technique of, everything aligns to the 8 pixel boundaries and they're outlined in black, so when they pass over each other you don't get a clash. You maybe get a slightly exaggerated black outline. I have to say, for the time, I didn't play this at the time, but I can see why this was held up as a a great title on the
So I probably would have played this on a keyboard.
Yes, because you're just damaged that way. Yes.
Group bonus, 2,000 points. I think you're in line for a high score.
Oh, no.
Now, these, just so you know, there's some interesting waves of these coming up that are going to get you.
Okay. What do you mean by get me? Give me a clue. Oh, those yellows. Oh, those yellows.
No, it's a rite of passage. You have to learn the pattern of those red and yellow meanies. Go on then.
I'm not giving up.
Oh no, you didn't make the high score table. That's a shame.
What's the lowest?
That's unfortunate.
What's the lowest?
13,000.
13,000. I've got to do twice as good.
Well, getting past level 1 would be a good step.
All right.
Yes, that yellow one. You're right, Cheese. The yellow one is quite fast. I think it's one of those things that.
And some of the green ones are as well. There's a couple that come at you.
I think you learn a muscle memory when you die to immediately move the joystick, because it will spawn right above you the yellow meanie, yellow obelisk, planet thing, planetoid. What do we call them? It's not a moon, is it?
A Pluton?
Asteroids.
Ow! Oh! It's those. The only problem with those yellow ones.
You need to stop. Yeah, you need to not describe the yellow ones, but continue playing the game. You're falling into the trap of telling me how bad it is.
No, not how bad it is. Just the one thing there is those yellow ones over that yellow station. You can't distinguish them.
Cheeky beanies, yes.
How did they?
So some of these will hone in on you.
Right.
Not those ones, but some of these patterns will hone in on you at some point. The white ones.
Bollocks. Right. Okay.
This time you're going to do it, right?
Am I?
Yeah, totally. I have faith in you. Use the force or whatever. Yes, is it a space station or is it an asteroid? I don't know. But there is a planet you fly over.
Don't try and get the fast ones.
For everyone who's itching to see level 2, you will see that there is a super interesting landscape, which is also rich in colour.
I didn't see that coming.
We're not getting to that. There you go. You figured it now. You got to
say rich in colour. I mean, there's not going to be no surprises. It's going to be the same 4 colours again.
Well, no. It's a mixture of many colours.
You say many.
Up to 15. Up to 15.
15?
Yes.
You can't say 8 colours light and dark is 15. It's 8 colours, 2 shades. Ow!
2 shades of a colour are 2 colours.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It is quite frustrating, isn't it?
Well,
What's
you say
worse?
frustrating. It's frustrating in the I'm making progress. I want to do better. Oh, those things. They're cheeky.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because people are watching you or because I'm questioning your masculinity by you not being able to hit these things.
You're going to get off level 1, are you?
I'm not super confident, to be honest with you.
Right, okay. You can shut your face then.
My joystick of choice is the Cheetah 125
The Cheetah? Gosh.
Yes, it's for those at home, I'm holding it up to the camera now. It's it's kind of similar shape to yours, but unfortunately it's much lower quality, and it has leaf switches, so it's a lot quieter.
Right, okay, yes. If anyone knows of any decent quality leaf switch joysticks, let us know, because that might be advantageous whilst we're streaming.
Well, that Competition Pro is quite good, but it's old.
Right. Oh, you've got a non-micro switched version, have you?
Yes. Yeah. Right. My Competition Pro is an original. I'm tempted to have it apart and clean it up inside. I imagine that I could clean the contacts and improve the performance and maybe make myself better in games.
Oh, that was rather good. Group bonus.
No bonus. Oh, no bonus for that one. You get bonuses for shooting the whole pattern as well.
Yeah, I realise that. I'm more interested in trying to stay alive.
Right, stay away from the yellow ones, remember.
Ah!
I think what you have to do there is keep moving. You nearly let out a little swear then, didn't you?
No, I don't think so. Not that time.
Yes, geez. I do think hacking my joystick to make me better at this game is
no,
a very good
that's
use
cheating.
of my
People,
time.
that's frowned upon. That's totally not cricket.
We're not speedrunning.
I could turn auto fire on if I was some sort of dirty cheat.
Your score, 13,700. That is a high score.
Excellent.
Just made it onto the high score table.
Right. Well. The objective here is to, yes, level 2. Apparently, I'm going to be blown away by the dazzling colours presented in this level.
Have you got sunglasses? Because you might need them.
I've got protective eyewear. Am I going to need that?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that was quite nice. It allowed me to pause there, take a breath, and then press the fire button to start.
So this is the jungle planet.
Jungle planet.
We're orbiting the jungle planet. You're going down over the surface.
Ooh.
These will home in on you.
Oh, really? Oh, so they shoot up and then try and seek you out on the way down.
Yes.
I tell you what, I'm getting great ideas for alien attack patterns for anti-alien attack here. This is quality stuff.
Those you can't kill.
Thank you for the heads up on that. I could have done with knowing that just a few moments ago.
Well,
oh god, they're awkward. They really do they come at you or do they just follow a line once they start coming down the screen? Okay.
Yeah, you just have to keep moving. Really, it's the name of the game. Shoot the red things. One of them will turn into a smiley face. There we go. And you get a bonus. See the smiley faces.
Yeah, they're big missiles.
Are quite demons, those ones. I'll check you out. Number 6 on the high
number
score table.
6. Everyone remember that.
You'll notice there the
number
level
6
jungle, and you can actually see there's an ice planet that Mark. You got number 1. Got 2. It is very colourful, Tuxeramus. You're right. See, it's very colourful.
Right.
You had enough of that?
No.
I'm not going to get a look in on this one, am I?
You're really not. No. I'm quite. I mean, this is. I know that this is one of your favourites.
Sorry, you nearly finished a sentence there where you said you were quite enjoying a Spectrum game.
I'm quite enjoying the Spectrum game. I mean, there are things about it that are not perfect, but when you consider the era, this is pretty decent. I mean, the fact that I've played, I don't know, how many goes I've had, like 5 or 6 now? And I'm actually quite motivated to try and, advance. So, I think this is the first game we've played where I've actually wanted to just keep playing. I mean, this could be a long stream. I apologise. Come on. Oh, there's a bullet. I can see that, just about. It's the only thing, right? That vista that you were referring to earlier. Some of the bullets look a bit like the distant planets, and these yellow things coming down here look a bit like the things you're trying to blow up, and that's a little bit off-putting. Yeah, is that a good bonus?
I think it's somewhat intentional. Yes, you got a bonus, 2,000 there.
Ooh. They certainly come at you, don't they? And I'm assuming then that this looks like it's not super smooth. Oh, you silly boy. I know I shouldn't have done that. Oh, dubber. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't take a breather. I mean, this is what I felt Hypersports was like on the Commodore, where you've got no breather between one event and the next.
Yeah.
You finish swimming, right, instantly start... what was the next one after swimming? Triple jump?
No, the shooting.
Oh, shooting, yeah.
Okay. Whew. I do actually need the some recovery time there. Yeah, I tell you what, I really wish I could get that, find that other adapter. That would be just the best joystick for the job.
So I think this is probably one of my favourite. I think this is probably my favourite vertical shooter. I have other horizontal shooters that I would play, and I would definitely put them on the list for us to play later.
Okay.
But this is probably my favourite vertical shooter.
Oh, I've just found out that the smaller buttons are easier to...
You are properly hammering those buttons, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
You're getting a good firing rate.
Come on, I'm getting every single one of you little buggers. Did I miss one yet? No,
I don't think so.
Oh, those again.
Keep moving. Don't stay in the middle. It's when you hover near the middle, that's when they tend to get you.
Yeah, there's definitely like a tactic here, isn't there? It's definitely a don't stand still. Oh, damn! So they both come at you.
They launch missiles down.
Yeah.
And there's a few patterns they have. One of the patterns, they come up in a kind of diagonal line from the bottom beneath you, which is quite hard to.
Right, I figured out how they work now. Okay.
Right, this pattern here. And they come up and then they come back down at you. Yeah. It's strange how I haven't played this game for 30 years, and the patterns are just ingrained in my memory.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'll be able to play it, but yeah, they're. Now, this is, I remember where it slows down a little bit because there's a lot going on screen. You can kill those, as you can see.
Oh, and they can kill me too. That was an improvement, right? Oh,
another awesome high score.
Oh, I can't delete. Oh well.
Backspace.
Backspace.
No, I don't think you can backspace. I'm not sure you're going to keep this high score table forever, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
It's the aesthetics of the live stream I'm concerned about.
Retro Gaming Denmark is back.
Oh, brilliant.
There are Russian versions of the games, like Light Force, where they have hacked in AY music. Nice.
What, for the 128?
Well, yeah, so where they've patched it to make it better. That's a good idea. I like that. Big Calm is asking if Arkanoid, is it Arkanoid he's saying there? Yeah. Arkanoid clones are on the playlist. So there was one that was on a Your Sinclair cover tape called Batty. I don't know if you ever saw Batty, but Batty was a brilliant Arkanoid ripoff. It had multiple balls, and you can make the bat wider and make it narrower as a penalty. And so, yeah, Batty, I think, if I'm going to choose any, but the problem is Batty, I don't think was ever released for the Commodore because it was a one-time special for the cover disc on your Spectrum.
So,
but I think we could have a category which is, you know, cover disc exclusives or cover tape exclusives.
Mm-hmm. So I have one on my list. It's not Arkanoid, and I think it was available on both platforms. And it was called Crackout by Gremlin Software. And what was interesting about that is, unlike Arkanoid and Breakout, which are vertical, it was side-on. And I loved that game because it suited, you know, the orientation of the screen and the resolution of these computers. A bit like how, you know, I felt at the time, and I still feel today, that side scrollers were better on these, you know, 8-bit computers in the 80s because of the resolutions of the devices. These vertical scrollers, it was rare they worked well. I mean, something I will say about this...
there's not a lot of vertical room.
Right, but what I will say about this is it's using all of the screen, and it's a really good vertical shooter, but some of the, like, arcade conversions... They put, you know, score tables, like using 1/3 of the screen to sort of artificially create that, you know, long
vertical
aspect. So I have to say, I don't feel like I'm struggling for the right space here. It's definitely, you do have to keep moving side to side. So the emphasis on the gameplay is moving left to right rather than, you know, pushing forwards and back to avoid, you know, the attack formations like you'd find in, like, Galaga, for example. So, yeah, I have to say, this is a fun game. I don't hate this. I mean, the sound's a bit weedy, but it's functional. And I appreciate the technical excellence.
I think they've done surprisingly well with the sound effects, given... I'm not sure they had an awful lot of, I don't know, CPU cycles left for that kind of stuff in this.
It wasn't... Oh,
and they do sound explosy. They do sound explosive. And the explosions look nice as well. Kind of like multiple explosions. I think someone in the chat said this. Explosions look good. Fubarry says Clumsy Colin was a good game, which I've never seen in the emulation era. Clumsy Colin? I don't think I...
Group bonus!
Was that a horizontal walking kind of thing, like that other Gremlin baby thing? What was it called? What was that?
Gremlin baby thing?
Commodore game released.
All right, we're consistently getting on to level 2 and consistently getting in the high score tables here. I'm going to have to grudgingly let you have a go at this, aren't I?
Oh, thanks.
I don't actually want to. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually want to, but, do you think I should?
Well, if you want, you could just let me play the Commodore version. I don't have to play the Spectrum version.
I want to have a go at Commodore one as well, though, to compare, because I've never played this game at all.
I'll have a quick blast. I'll have a quick blast as it.
All right,
to
okay.
Remind myself. So let's.
I could do with the rest probably. So right, yes. You grab a tape. We'll get that loaded up. We'll be back in just a moment. Right, we're getting quite good at this switcheroo now. So,
yes,
this is your go, so I can have a relax. I can actually watch you show me how it's done, hopefully.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, neither do I.
I liked the game. Okay. Joystick, I need to say that I'm using J for joystick. Despite having the best keyboard in the world, I'm going to use joystick, and I'm going to use Kempston. Yes.
I refute that claim. Best keyboard in the world. I think it's widely recognised as...
This joystick is...
Is it a bad choice?
It is not a good joystick for this. Oh, man. You could probably hear it on the
I can hear
on the stream.
I can hear that all the button pushes that you're doing for the fire button don't seem to be resulting in bullets. Oh, so you've played this a lot. You've got this. You've got this covered.
Group bonus.
Nice, group bonus. Good job. It wasn't clear to me if those could actually hit you, the ships themselves.
What, these blue ones?
Yeah, some of the ships
can't when
Ah! Oh, you were pinned in there. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm using the wrong hand.
Hey?
Oh man, this joystick.
Are you trying to feel like someone else is doing it?
No. Oh jeez, I can't get comfortable because I'm sat sideways at this desk. These are all my excuses that I'm lining up ready for why I'm terrible at this. Right.
Well, there's some obvious reasons why you're terrible at this. That's my catchphrase.
It does not help using a crappy cheater joystick.
I'll allow you to choose a better weapon.
Right.
Shirt change, yeah. I'm sorry about the shirt. I did think about changing my shirt earlier, and then I couldn't be bothered.
He's had the same one on for a week.
No, I haven't actually. I've got several that are the same design, but
you don't have to make
colours.
Excuses. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody's judging you here.
Well, clearly you are. I'm judging you as well. Waiting to see you get on with this.
Group bonus.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, Big Cum. Ooh. So coming up from underneath you, you can have a collision, but it's when they come heading towards you again, you need to kill them or get out of the way.
Yes, I think so.
This is really good fun, this game.
I'm not going to get it this time. Did I get it? Yes, I did.
So yeah, you said this came out in '86, but I think most people probably didn't get their hands on it until like '87 because it came out in November of '86, and the magazines, didn't get round to reviewing it till like end of year, so nobody knew whether it was amazing or not until like into the new year.
Bonus. So this was made by FTL, Faster Than Light, and they made a few other games, and there was one other game that I really liked called Shockwave Rider.
Ah, yes, really that's weird. On my list.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, we'll definitely play that because
it's
weird, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So Sam, I can see you've just joined. I'm just wondering if you can hear that tap tap tap, like through your computer or from the room next door.
Yes.
The Wizard was 10 months old in 1986 when this game both. It's stereo, Sam. That's called stereo.
Right.
Come on then. You haven't got off level 1 yet, have you? Oh, here we are. Yes, you have. You just cleared it. Oh. They look like motorbike helmets, those ones. I'm not sure what they're meant to be.
They do a bit, don't they?
I'm able to take in some of the graphics now. No, I'm not playing.
The vistas.
No, they're not vistas. I'm talking about the graphics. I think calling this a vista is definitely an oversell.
Good bonus.
Ooh, right, okay.
Tight,
okay.
snug.
Yeah, that was... Yeah. Okay, I can say... Ooh.
See what I mean about it being...
Oh, you can shoot them on the way up. Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yes, yes. Bum.
So...
Not go for that one.
Yeah, it's very well done. I'm just looking at the designs of the alien ships there. You know, given the limitations, they have done an excellent job on this.
I like these little ones that like flick flack as they come down. Oh, these home in on you.
Right. You better kill those then.
Yes. Holy cow. Group bonus, group bonus, group bonus.
Have you completed this game ever?
No.
Never.
Not complete, no. I get frustrated about, oh man,
yes,
this is going to be tough.
Elite was released for just about everything. I know some people requested whether we would play Elite. I think that would require a different kind of stream because although that's a classic, it's a bit of a slow-paced old game. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I was never a fan of Elite myself. I know it's unpopular to say that, but I never really enjoyed it.
I was never a fan of it. I'll tell you what, it's quite a workout playing this game.
Yeah, it's more of a workout than the joystick wigglers from Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, it's because this, you know, is minutes and minutes of a level, and you're just mashing away on the fire button.
Blimey, O'Reilly.
Whereas, you know, the other things were like 30 seconds and then a relaxing game in the middle. Someone likes drawing ship designs, so Big Calm likes drawing ship designs, or what, for games? Oh, hello a minute. Oh, disappoint.
Go on then, one more.
Yeah,
just one more.
Well, you say just one more. I mean, this is good, and we've got the Commodore version to come, of course. Oh, I see. So Big Calm used to draw ship designs for Elite in the 80s.
Oh, jeez.
I know remarkably little about Elite. I only played that on the Spectrum at one of my friend's house, and I don't know. I just found that whole, until you get a docking computer, that whole attempting to dock, failing and crashing was just so dull. So I never really got into it.
Is the button pressing obnoxious on my microphone, or is it?
Not in my ears. I mean, what does the stream think? I mean, you can tell that you're actually playing it and you don't have auto fire engaged, so you've got that going for you.
This doesn't even have an auto fire.
Oh, doesn't it? Oh, you peasant.
No.
You're not going to try the Conics?
No, because that I'll kill it. And you recall when we were playing some other game, the fire button doesn't react all the time.
So McPhail is giving CPR instructions to Sam should you keel over as a result of exerting yourself playing this game. It's less obnoxious than mine. Yes, I did switch. I did switch to these little ones here in the end. They make a bit less noise. Come on. Oh.
No!
Oh, dear.
Zoned out momentarily there.
Yeah.
Right. Going to do one more.
Okay.
Just the one more.
Just one more. They're like glasses of sherry, this game, really. What? Just one more is never enough.
I think port.
Port.
I'm not
really?
a sherry kind of person.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
more
love
of a
sherry.
port person. Just one more glass of port. Just leave the bottle there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's how I drink sherry. Just put the bottle there. I'll just have one sherry, just one whole bottle. Ooh, wow.
That was cosy, wasn't it?
That was tight, yeah. You also have to make a judgment on this as to whether or not it's worth trying to shoot a thing down. You know, discretion is the better part of valor.
See
sometimes.
That coming. Ooh, that was cosy as well, wasn't it?
Very. I really like this game. I have to say, I really like this game. I don't think it matters that the graphics make your eyes bleed, but other than that, it's really good. Very playable.
It is. That I think I saw a review for it in one of the magazines, and they raved about the fact that there was minimal color clash, and performed really well, and there were beautiful levels and amazing depictions of deep space and planet surfaces. I might be pushing it a tiny bit.
Well, I know, but nevertheless, I mean, you don't really get a lot of detailed scenery like this, particularly on the Spectrum. It's really well done.
Backgrounds, yes. It's usually a black background. If you're in space, it's pitch black.
Well, you're lucky if it's a black background. Quite often it can be, yellow. Just all yellow.
No.
Eye-blindingly yellow. Here we go. Here's an example right now.
Well, this is a space station, and it's bathed in the light of the sun.
Bathed.
That's why it's yellow. It's the sunlight reflecting off this space station.
So when you got this back in the day, did you read the reviews and buy the game, or did you just buy this game and then find out it was amazing?
Oh, this one definitely was off the reviews.
Right.
This would have been... so I used to subscribe to... Well, not subscribe. I used to buy Your Sinclair because it was somewhat irreverent. It didn't take itself too seriously. It wasn't a serious computer magazine. It was jolly good fun, and I felt the reviews were honest. When they reviewed this, I think they gave it a good enough score. I think I've seen scores somewhere around 70-80%, something like that, and 4s and 5s out of 5s and stuff like that.
So somebody's just said, so Wizard has said, is the tearing only on the stream or actually visible in the game? So
no, I'm seeing tearing now.
You're seeing tearing. Okay.
There was tearing in the game on the Spectrum.
Oh, really?
It can't do... Yeah, that background scrolling you're seeing that kind of looks like it's juddering.
Yeah.
It is juddering on the real Spectrum as well.
Okay.
It's
I was going to
just
say,
not powerful enough.
we do have some mechanisms built into our little back end that makes all of this go that could eliminate some screen tearing, but it sounds like it's not on us. So Jill says she loves the bright colours in the background. And the contrast with the white ship in the foreground, and I suppose Jill would know, given that you're an animator. Is that right, Jill? I think.
So this is one of the levels we haven't seen yet. This is the space station.
Okay.
And it's similar. You can see similar kind of structure and patterns and so on, but it's much the same.
I think there is some screen tearing as well. Presumably, it isn't streaming at FPS. 50 FPS. Yes, Jill is an animator, in fact. So, McPhail, we stream everything at 60 FPS, including how we connect the back end. I think...
You're giving away the sausage factory now.
Yeah, I know. But when we play the next game, we'll see if we can do something about that, because we have some secret sauce that we can do. Right.
Should we move on? Because I don't think I'm going to get any further than I just did.
Okay.
Should we try the Commodore version?
Yeah, let's give it a go. Right then, here we are. Here's the Commodore 64 version. Immediately I see some differences. Oh, get over yourself.
Oh, is that brown? There are some differences, yes. What differences can you see? Oh, animated stuff on the ground.
This isn't me playing, by the way. I appear to be stuck in a demo that I...
Oh. The bot died. How do you start the game? Do you just put your mouse over the window?
I did make this go earlier. Well. Oh, there we go. Right. Fire to start the game.
To start the game. There we go.
So you have to toggle the sound on and off on this. So here we go.
We toggle the sound of your joystick on and off?
No. I can use a different button though.
So, what's different here?
It's beautiful.
Are you using auto fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just very, very good.
They're coming down a bit quicker, I think. I like the explosions. They're very similar to the Spectrum one.
So
kind of clouds of explosion.
Yeah. Ooh.
The sprites are all a little bit smaller, but that's not a bad thing. Just an observation.
So there aren't yellow rocks in this. There are cubes. They're the equivalent of the indestructible things.
So I can't decide if that's a good or bad thing because...
Well, I think what this is there's a little bit more memory available, so they're able to distinguish the... Oh, look, and some of the backgrounds are animated on the...
Yes. Oh, so they can have different things rather than just different coloured things.
Yeah,
I see. And it does kind of make sense
goodness,
to have
they are hard.
A different shape, like a monolith that can't be destroyed, as opposed to a little rock that can. That does make sense.
Right.
Do you think you're going to get on the high score table this time?
I don't know. It's just taking a little bit of time to adapt. I was slightly distracted by looking at the differences.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so I think sprites are just smaller, but obviously they're more colourful with, as you say, animated stuff in the background. It's interesting that the score line is at the bottom instead of the top. I wonder if that's some kind of timing thing with the way the screen is.
No, it's not in a clever place. We'll get to that a bit later, or in the next video.
Nice. Because the Commodore doesn't have to deal with everything being moved in an 8x8 block like the Spectrum.
It's much smoother.
The movement is smoother for sure.
Yeah. Also helps that it's got, a hardware sprite engine. Those. I remember those.
I think with this on the Commodore, it's been just another shoot 'em up and not...
No, it was extremely well received.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think when this came out, it was, like I say, it was 86. There hadn't been, there were still many years of shoot 'em ups to come along. So this was just a good game. And, one of the features that people liked on this was the soundtrack, which I've got turned off. You can either have the music on or the sound effects on. And that was composed by Rob Hubbard. So I happen to know that if we upload this to, when we upload this to YouTube, we're immediately going to get a Content ID hit, because somebody in 2013 did a cover of this game, the music from the game, and have copyrighted it. So when we played this game on a private stream, that got dinged by YouTube, and I've contested it and basically said, no, this is a game from 1986. You can't claim that a bit of music from 2013 holds the copyright for that. That was a very different background, wasn't it? Did I just get through? Oh, I don't like this. The way you enter your name at the end of this on Commodore is. I keep hitting end, but maybe next time I won't, so we can see. That's
right. We can see where your scores were because they're the empty bits on the high score
table.
Thank
you very much. Right, let's get serious about this now.
I don't know. There's something lifeless about the graphics. I don't know why. They're obviously more detailed. They're obviously more colourful. I don't know what it is about the sprites. They're just... I don't know. Does anyone else in the chat see what I'm getting at? They seem...
Smooth moving. Beautifully defined.
Like
plenty of colours.
Seem like... Oh, shut up. They seem like they're stuck on. They don't seem like they're actually there. It's bizarre. It's difficult to explain, but they don't look right for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I'm not used to the way sprites move on this super advanced computing system that we've got going on here. But they're just like those blobs there. I don't know. They just don't look right.
Oh, those white things.
Yes, I think you're right, Jill. I think it is lack of contrast and the more muted colours maybe is what's doing it. Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah, the Commodore did have like a natural colour palette.
Oh, well done. Oh, unlucky. These groups seem hard to do on the Commodore.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the interference of those cubes coming down.
So the technique for these is just to keep moving. Just don't stand still for those white ones. Just constant motion. Okay. I'm still enjoying this. This is just a good game. My hand isn't enjoying it, but I'm really enjoying this.
I really don't like that background. It's far too busy.
Group bonus!
Well done. Group bonus, well done. Oh, you only get 1,000 group bonus. You don't get as much. I
did
maybe
for that
it's
one.
It's only a small group.
This is such good fun.
Yes, the background matches your shirt.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get some t-shirts to do this. These shirts are just the wrong choice. Oh!
So, as always, as we always say, if you have any suggestions for games or genres of game that you think we should go for, I noticed a few people have suggested some games in the past, but yeah, do suggest games for us because we've all obviously got our favourites and the games that we played in the past, but it's always nice to hear what other people would like to see, especially if there's one that you know was released on both platforms, even ones that only appeared on one platform. Those can be useful as well. Oh, is he going to do it? No. Unlucky.
That was the time to go forwards. I really don't want to stop playing this. You'll get your turn later.
It's fine. Yeah, so I used to play this on keyboard, and I used to get just as far, if not further, on keyboard than I do on joystick.
I don't understand how that was possible.
Well, it's no different than when you're playing a game these days. Use WASD.
The Spectrum keys were a bit smushy though, right? Were they not? Were they precise enough for that?
Yeah, you just use more force. It's not a case of not being precise. It's just you have to press hard. And I think that's partly why the Spectrum keys used to wear out is...
I want that group bonus.
Okay. So Big Com's asking, are there any music-making games? Like,
yes.
What was it saying? Like with rhythm games?
Yes. Oh, actual games. I had one for the 60...
music creation stuff.
Right, yeah. I had one for the 64, which was basically like a drum studio. It was amazing. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, I have a Spectrum here.
Is that a bit of hardware?
Yes.
Interesting.
I actually have a physical Spectrum, which is this device here.
Right.
And it obviously has the edge connector that goes in the back of the Spectrum, and also has a special lead that you plug in the back of the TV, because then the audio goes out through the TV and you get the drum sounds through the TV. And it came with a cassette, a Spectrum cassette, and this had the sequencer software on it that you could use, and all the drum sound effects as well that you could load in. And there were different types of drum noise that you could put into the Spectrum, and then play that out, whatever patterns you wanted. It was good fun.
Yeah, that does sound
very
good.
Expensive.
We can hook that up as well.
Yes, we can. Well, I mean, yes. I have my Spectrum still, so I can still plug it in.
So I've got to the point now where merely surviving isn't good enough. I'm trying to get all the waves, get all the group bonuses. You know, I'm not good enough to do it, but that's what I'm wanting to do now, is get all of the things. Ooh, you got me in the last game.
Well,
I'm not doing it again. Ooh, oh, you.
That's one that you don't get in the Spectrum, that one.
Oh.
I've not seen that in the Spectrum.
18,250. That's my best run so far. I don't want to stop, but I'm going to let you have a go.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Have you got your tape ready?
Yes.
Right then.
I get to have a go.
Yeah, your turn. Right, here we go then. So you're up, Popey.
Do I just hit fire? And then F3? No, what is it to turn the music off?
It's F1 when you get in the game.
Oh, when you're actually in the game?
Yeah. There you go. And you're...
No, I'm not in the game now.
Oh, it's not you. How...
Weird. When I press the joystick button, it toggles between...
Yes, I noticed that.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know how I quit this. I think I was trying to press fire, putting my joystick in different ports.
No, I don't think you can. On the Spectrum one, you can't quit the
really?
demo.
That's a bit
Yeah,
rubbish, isn't
no,
it?
just...
Oh, F5 is...
die.
There we go. Did that work?
Yeah. How do you start the game?
Press fire. And if your joystick has to be in the right port, though. There we go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Here we go.
So I do notice that the ship is quite a different design.
Yes.
In this
Well,
the
Spectrum one is very deliberately to look interesting within the constraints of having
having to
I8.
All across those boundaries. You seem very at home in, albeit a different, version of the game.
I've watched you play it for 20 minutes, haven't I?
Is that how long I was playing for? So, Cheese was saying in chat he'd like to see how we all do on 1942. Yes, I think that will turn up at some point. I have to say that was an arcade machine that I was actually rather good at, if I say so myself. I could make a 25 peseta coin last several hours.
Oh, you can kill those squares.
Can you?
Yeah.
No. Oh. They're just hard to kill.
There you go, see?
Oh, wow. Hang on. That changes everything.
It does.
So yeah, it might be that we have to bust out 1942 on both of those.
Oh, balls!
Future Composer, Electrosound 64, music making programs I played with. Okay,
I have
thanks
zero
for that,
musical
Jill.
talent, so that will be tricky.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just composing some 8-bit chiptune badly can comprise a decent stream. Would people actually be interested in watching that?
Well, also, it was never something I did.
Right, I did. I mean, I had it on the 64. That's one thing, and I think on the was it the PlayStation or the PlayStation 2 maybe, but on one of the PlayStations I had some effectively tracker software, an application that was a tracker software, and that was really quite good. You could even load your own samples in and stuff.
And it was interesting, but I was never creative enough to actually. Right, come on, let's sort this out. Stop distracting me, Martin.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on
fault.
chat. Kane, what's Kane? Barry, what was Kane? Is that a game or another music composition software? Are there any games that make use of add-on hardware for audio? Yes, there are on Commodore. There was a number of ways to upgrade the sound, and with either multiple SIB chits or some FM editions, and there were a few games that had special versions.
Nope, not going over there.
Not going that way. There they go. So McPhail says Zombie played MIDI through the joystick port. My goodness.
Wow.
Is that on the Spectrum, McPhail? You could connect to a DX7. Wow.
On a Spectrum.
I'm asking. Yeah, on the Spectrum.
Yeah, no, I'm reading it. Yeah.
Right. Impressive.
Right. Now, obviously, I'm more familiar with the Spectrum version of this game.
How do you feel that the two versions compare in terms of gameplay?
It's very similar. Obviously, this one has visual differences, shall we say?
You were going to say it looks better, weren't you?
I was definitely not going to say that. There you go, you buggers.
Oh, sneaked up on the right-hand side there.
Right.
Good one. Well played. I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Why does that get me all the time?
So I think...
I try and sneak under, and that one's...
Oh, but the fast ones, you can't get enough shots away to get rid of them. It's only the slow-moving ones. So this is...
You can.
this is as much a memory game as it is a shoot 'em up, right? You need to sort of, absorb those patterns and be ready in the right parts of the screen. Was Impossible Mission on the Spectrum? I hope so, yes, because I would like to. It
was.
Oh, excellent! I'd love to play that one. Oh, well, you've given the game away there. Definitely putting that.
It was awful on every platform.
No, it wasn't. It was amazing on the Commodore 64.
No, I was never a fan of that game. Interestingly, yeah. Go on.
No. I was going to agree with you actually. I had that on some like compendium pack. It wasn't a game I bought on its own, but I bought a one of those 10 game, 15 game bumper things that came out every so often, and it was included in there. And because I didn't feel like I'd really bought that, I hadn't bought that pack for it, I never really felt invested in it, and I never spent much time on that game. I think the only reason I loaded it up was because of the speech synthesis, and the animations were supposed to be very good, which they were, but the gameplay just wasn't my sort of thing. Generally speaking, what sort of games did you lean towards back in the day?
Gosh, I didn't have a genre. I played anything and everything. The ones I didn't play much were RPGs or anything like that. There was one I did, but I think it was written in BASIC, and it was a multi-loader. So you'd like save your. No, hang on.
Oh,
I can't talk while I'm doing this. Yeah.
I'll answer my own
Journey's
question.
End. That's what it's called. Journey's End.
So, I'm noticing a difference here in what's going out on the stream versus what I'm ingesting here. So, I might have to.
Colour-wise?
No.
Yeah, it looks different here as well.
The smoothness, what's going out on the stream is a little bit choppy, but what's coming in isn't.
I've seen that as well.
Anyway, no, I didn't have, like you, I wasn't keen on text adventures and RPGs. I think I did gravitate towards shoot-em-ups, sports games, football, basketball, things like that. I really liked platformers. Jump and run and platform games were probably the thing. And, you think of what the capabilities of these machines were. Those sorts of games were well suited to what these machines could deliver well.
Right, this is my last go.
Okay.
I'm not going to play anymore after this.
But
these are much smaller hit targets as well.
Yeah, okay, that would seem sensible.
Right, who's this bugger here?
Yeah. Oh! Get ready, he's going to fire at you straight away. There we go.
Oh my gosh. These guys are tiny. They're huge on the spectrum.
Well, they had to be, I suppose, right? They had to be a certain size.
Yeah, but they were like big.
Probably as big as your ship.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
I've had enough of that.
Have you? Okay then.
Yeah, I've had a right workout.
Right then, let's put an end to that then. Right then. Well, the question is, first of all, did you have fun?
Yes. I had quite a lot of fun watching you die a lot. I think this is one of those games. This is one of those games where it's entertaining to watch someone else play. It's. I mean, obviously, there's a little bit of frustration there because there's the possibility the other person is dying a lot, and you want to see them progress, and you get sick of watching them play the same level over and over. But yeah, I think that was enjoyable. I like playing it. I like watching someone else playing it. I absolutely, definitely prefer the Spectrum version. I found the Commodore version really painful, hard to play. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the Commodore. In my book, Spectrum wins that hands down.
That's probably because you're most familiar with the Spectrum game, right? You had that, you played it a lot back in the day.
That's part of it. That's part of it. But the Commodore version doesn't look like anything special to me. I mean, part of me thinks the Spectrum version is special because of the technological achievement of getting it to look like that and be as fast as that, and work that well. It just didn't look that special on the Commodore, I guess.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I didn't know about this game back at the time. I'd never played it until you mentioned that this was a game that you really enjoyed. And I like both versions. I mean, we played Bruce Lee last week, and I've played that several times since. I enjoy that game, and I can see that this is a game that I will now have available, and this is a game that I will. I want to beat it. I want to get to the end of this. So it's only 4 levels, so it seems quite achievable. I think it
loops round when it gets to the end of that 4th level. I think it loops back round for another go. Now I think about it, I did used to play this on one of those dodgy cartridges on a Nintendo DS, and so I am my most recent memory of playing with this is on a Nintendo D-pad. The D-pad and the buttons you get, not a joystick and not keyboard, and I was quite good at it on that. So I might try playing this again using a controller rather than a stupid retro joystick like this. I actually try using a D-pad and see if I enjoy it even more.
That's a good point. Yeah. Well, I have no affiliation to either of the games. I enjoyed them both equally. I appreciate the technical achievement of the Spectrum version because Color Clash was always that cheap thing for a Commodore owner to throw at a Spectrum game, and because there's none of that here, and there's clearly been a lot of effort made to avoid that. So yeah, I think I can see why it's a loved game. But when I choose to play it, I will play the Commodore version.
Of course you will. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. It was quite a workout. And my joystick got a workout as well, missus. So next time, I think we'll be playing a game of your choice. So that was a game of my choice. If you want to suggest games for us, then feel free to leave a comment under the video in YouTube, or you can find us on lots of other places. If you go to our Twitch channel or YouTube, you'll find links underneath that take you to everywhere that we are. We've got a Discord. You could join us on Discord and chat with other people and suggest games. Maybe a game that you suggest will be something we play in the future. That would be super.
And for those of you watching this live, when this stream ends, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the next stream.
Excellent. All right. See you all soon.
Bye for now.